Hi again, guys. It's the 17th of April 2026. It's Friday, so Kathy's got a wake. And that's about closing in on 60 degrees right now. So January 21, I got 2,000 pounds of grain. And I have maybe 1,000 pounds left. So January 21, and right now it's April 17. So this is gonna last me a while yet. Okay, let's give them grain and water, and then we'll feed the birds. I'll show you how I do that. The wild birds. I don't have any domestic birds yet. I will have. I'll have Birmingham rollers. Just looking around, see where I could set you. I'm going to set you where I normally do by the water. Put you right here.
So if you are not a tipped employee in the food or service industry, if you are not paying interest on a car loan of an American-made car that meets certain criteria, a lot of these tax breaks don't apply to you. And as Megan already said, they do sunset in 2028. And at the same time, over the course of the next year, we are seeing a bunch of cuts to safety net programs that will be kicking in from the same tax bill that would, in theory, be hitting kind of the hardest hit among us in terms of lower income people. And so this is going to be a very mixed bag, this tax bill, I think, headed into both the midterms and certainly the next
Stuff kind of slows down there.
Says I'm a retiree. I owed $5,500, far more than ever in the past. And John in Minnesota says, weeks ago, everyone was saying the USA was heading into a recession. This week, the markets are at all-time highs.
Now the grain.
What's the disconnect? Yeah, let's talk about Wall Street. If you work on Wall Street, or if you're invested in what goes on Wall Street, you got some great news on Wednesday. The S&P 500, record highs. Investors seem to be really optimistic, Megan Scully, that the United States and Iran can reach a peace deal. They're looking beyond the horizon of the immediate news of wars and trades. Where's that optimism coming from on Wall Street, since so many people writing to us, dare I say, from Main Street in radio don't feel the same way?
Well, I think a couple things are happening here. We certainly have, we've seen huge market fluctuations during the last 6 weeks of war with massive drops and then massive
Get some water.
Hinging on what Trump says on social media. The last I checked, markets are up today because there's good news coming out of the Middle East. So, we've seen these fluctuations. But also really driving a lot of what's happening on Wall Street is not related to the war. It's related to AI in particular, companies like NVIDIA, and fueling that sort of optimism among investors. In terms of the economy as a whole, though, people who are experiencing pain at the pump are not necessarily the people who have vast Wall Street portfolio. That we are long past the point of, the markets essentially dictating how, our voters, middle Americans, lower income folks feel about the economy. And when we get into questions of affordability, we get into things like housing prices, interest rates, healthcare, that's really different than the market.
So I'm going to get a pail for the bird feed.
U.S. News and World Reporter here, and Amanda Becker, national reporter at the National News. You're listening to 1A. make us fully a little bit more, if you please, on the difference between inflation,
Got pail.
market prices, frenzy on Wall Street,
Got a pail here.
other stocks.
Where are you? There you are. Pail. Let's get some bird seed in here. You'll be able to see me? Hopefully. Get my scooper.
Regular Americans should be preparing and thinking about it.
Well, certainly what we're seeing, getting back to certainly the tax.
So it's a classic mix of bird seed.
We're seeing people.
Oh, you know what?
They're not taking these refunds if they're so lucky to get one. And they're using it to pay down debt, which I think is extremely telling as to where we are in the economy. We're seeing people if they're not finding new jobs, pay down. And so then that allows employers to keep
That 40-pound bag lasts me about a year.
that are not keeping up with inflation.
So I'll pick some more up soon.
Warning signs coming from many different directions here, even as
I like birds flying in and out of the barns, guys.
remains.
I think it's pretty cool.
From the economy here, that we talked about on Wednesday, federal jury investigation.
So let's fill up this bird feeder here. Set you down on this ledge here. Barbara Watson, how are you? Barbara Watson. I used to meet her a lot, and then last time I saw her was in Shipshewana, Indiana. She's a cool lady. She likes to ride carriages. I think she's got Friesians and other horses, and she drives carriages, horse carriages. Something I've always wanted to do with these here, never have. Maybe she can come over here and hang out with us and teach me how to drive horses. We used to have her mom, in the middle. Her mom there used to drive horses. She's a nice star mare. Yeah, buddy. So, again, today I need to pick up my lawnmower from Wolf Kubota. And then I pick up bird seed from Tractor Supply.
Beyond this week, and with an eye on the midterms.
And quite frankly, it's just a matter of just putzing around. I don't feel like doing much. The ground is really wet. Excuses for me not to do a bloody thing. I'll do some studying. Gary West and I do a lot of discussion on theological topics, and we're going over the three forms of unity. Three forms of unity, what's that, Dirk? Well, it's the Belgian Confession, Heidelberg Catechism, and the Canons of Dort, not generally in that order. Not necessarily in that order, but we go over when they were written, who wrote them, and why they were written. Three forms of unity. So these are three forms which discuss what Scripture talks about against certain heresies, such as Roman Catholicism of idolatry, pure idolatry, Armenians in having to earn your own salvation, Those are really, I would say, the two main heresies that we battle against. Heresies are ideas and thoughts that are contrary to biblical scripture, scripture, that we accept as truth. And it's directly scriptural. And, you know, Gary and I have been through the whole shebang once already. And we intend on spending our entire lives discussing that. You know, our faith and why we believe the way we do. But anyway, guys, that's basically it for today. Maybe I'll do another video tonight. See you guys. Bye. Whew.